Shivaya Namah. Shiva Purana, Mahatmyam, Chapter 1, Greatness of Shiva Purana. Shaunaka said, O Suta of great intellect, O my lord, the knower of all philosophical principles, please narrate to me the essence of the Puranas in detail. How do good conduct, good devotion, and power of discrimination flourish? How are base feelings dispelled by good men? In this terrible age of Kali, all living beings have almost become demonic in character. What is the effective mode of remedying the same? Now tell me about the greatest means to achieve the most perfect will, the holiest of the holy modes. What is that? The practice of which particularly purifies the soul. What is that which enables a man of unsullied mind to attain Shiva? Suta said, O foremost among sages, you are blessed indeed, as you are desirous of hearing. Hence I shall ponder over the greatest of the sacred lore intelligently and tell you, O dear, listen to the divine panacea evolved out of the religious tenets, heightening true devotion and conducive to the pleasure of Shiva. It is destructive of the great fear of the python of Kala, death. O sage, it is the noble Shiva Purana, formerly narrated by Shiva himself. For the benefit of the people in the age of Kali, the sage Vyasa has abridged it out of great respect for the sage Sanat Kumar on being instructed by him. O sage, there is nothing other than Shiva Purana for the purification of the mind, especially of the people of the Kali age. It is only the intelligent and highly fortunate man who has accumulated great merits in his previous birth who will be drawn towards it. This Shiva Purana is the greatest and the noblest of the sacred lore. It is the form of Shiva and as such is to be served and realized in this world. By reading this and listening to it, the good man becomes very pious. By all means, he instantly attains Shiva's region. Hence, every endeavor of men to read this is desirable. Loving care to listen to it yields all desired results. By listening to this Purana of Shiva, a man becomes sinless. After enjoying all extensive worldly pleasures, he will attain the region of Shiva. Merely by listening to the story of Shiva, a man secures that merit which results the performance of Rajasuya and 100 Agnistomas. O sage, those who listen to the Shiva Purana, the noblest of sacred lore, cease to be mere human beings. They must be undoubtedly considered as manifestations of Rudra, a form of Shiva. Sages consider the dust in the feet of those who habitually listen to the Purana and recite it on a par with holy centaurs. May those who wish to attain the seat of salvation listen always to the holy Shiva Purana with great devotion. O noblest among sages, if he is unable to listen to it always, let him hear it for a short while every day with his mind fully controlled. If anyone is unable to listen to it every day, O sage, let him listen to Shiva Purana in the holy months. Those who listen to the Purana even for a Maharta, half that period, 1/4 of that period, or even for a moment, will not suffer from mishaps. O Lord of sages, the man who listens to that Purana crosses the ocean of worldly existence after burning the great forest of karma, binding actions. O sage, the merit that accrues from all gifts and sacrifices becomes stabilized after listening to the Shiva Purana. Particularly in the age of Kali, there is no greater virtue conducive to the achievement of liberation by men, O sage, than listening to the Shiva Purana. There is no doubt in this that listening to the Purana and reciting the names of Shiva is as efficacious as the kalpatri in yielding one's desires. For the benefit of evil-minded persons of the Kali age, bereft of virtuous conduct, Lord Shiva has produced the nectar in the form of Shiva Purana. A single man, the man who drinks nectar, becomes immortal and unaging. But the nectar of the divine story of Shiva, if drunk, makes the whole family immortal and unaging. The sanctifying story of Shiva Purana must always be resorted to. Definitely so. Merely by listening to Shiva Purana is such good results. What am I to say about the result when Shiva abides in the heart? This work consists of 24,000 verses divided into 7 samhitas, compendiums. The 3 kinds of devotion: 1. By meditation, 2. Recital of prayer, and 3. Acts of worship and service, are fully explained in it. It must be listened to with great respect. The first compendium is called Vidyeshwara Samhita, the second is Rudra Samhita, and the third is Satarudra, and the fourth is Koti Rudra. The fifth compendium is called Uma Samhita, the sixth is Kailasha Samhita, and the seventh is Vayaviya. Thus, there are 7 samhitas in this Purana. This divine Purana of 7 samhitas, and called after Shiva, stands on an equal footing with Brahman, that is, Vedic texts, and accords an achievement that is superior to everything else. He who reads the entire Shiva Purana without omitting any of the 7 samhitas can be called a Jivan Mukta, a living liberated soul. O sage, the ignorant man is tossed about in the ocean of worldly existence till the excellent Shiva Purana reaches his ears. Of what avail is listening to many sacred texts and other confounding Puranas? The Shiva Purana alone loudly proclaims its readiness to grant salvation. The house where the discourse on this Shiva Purana is held becomes a holy center. It destroys the sins of the inmates of the house. Thousands of horse sacrifices and hundreds of Vajpaya sacrifices do not merit even a 16th part of Shiva Purana. O best of sages, a sinner is called a sinner till the moment he hears Shiva Purana with great devotion. The holy rivers, Ganga and others, the 7 sacred cities, and Gaya can never be equal to Shiva Purana. If one wishes for the greatest of goals, liberation, one shall recite at least a stanza or even half of it from Shiva Purana. He who constantly listens to Shiva Purana, fully comprehending its meaning or simply reads it with devotion, is undoubtedly a meritorious soul. Lord Maheshan is extremely pleased with the sensible man who listens to Shiva Purana when death is imminent. Lord Shiva accords him a seat in his own region. He who adores Shiva Purana with great devotion enjoys in the world all desired objects and attains Shivaloka. Never slack in his devotion to the Shiva Purana. He who keeps this work well wrapped in a silk cloth will ever be happy. The holy Shiva Purana, the sole possession of a devotee of Shiva, should assiduously be resorted to by a person who desires for happiness here and hereafter. the holy Shiva Purana that accords the four aims of life, virtue, wealth, love, and salvation, must be heard and be read with great devotion always. The Shiva Purana, the greatest harbinger of the perfect welfare among the Vedas, Itihasas, and other sacred texts, must be thoroughly understood by those who seek salvation. This Shiva Purana is the greatest resort of the knowers of Atman, spiritual seekers, forever. It is the noblest object worthy of adoration of good men. It suppresses the three types of distresses, that is, physical illness, extraneous attacks, and divine calamities. It accords happiness always, and it is very pleasing to all devas led by Brahma, Hari, and Isha. With the mind extremely delighted, I bow unto Shiva Purana forever. May Shiva be pleased and bestow on me a devotion to his feet. Om Shivaya Namah.